Hey, what's up, folks? Marco here, and I'm here with my good buddy Miko of Quick 8 Vape Reviews. So today we are going to be doing a bit of the Magma Tank by Paradigm Modz. All right, Miko's done a full review on it, so I'm not going to be talking about the details. If you want a full-on review of the device, you can head on over to his channel. We're going to have a link of it in the description, and you guys can fire away. Make sure you leave a like and a subscribe for him. Okay, here we go. The Magma Tank is it's a bit of a throwback to the yesteryears of vaping here in the Philippines. I wasn't too hot about the idea of it being a Genesis style, with the juice sitting underneath. It's something that I thought we all outgrew, but then with the advent of the avocado and other similar tanks, I guess it's working. Miko's covered more of the salient points in his videos, so we're gonna veer away from those. I'm just gonna show you what I have under the hood, okay? It's a single coil that I'm running. I'm running on temp control at 40 joules, 315 degrees Fahrenheit. I have some Delinquente from the good folks over at Vaporetto, or Vaporetto as they call it. I don't know why, but I guess that's how they really pronounce it. I don't know. The video that Miko put out on his channel, he was covering more of a dual coil setup. It was, right?
No, it was a single coil.
It was single that you used as well.
Yeah, it was a single core setup.
That's also what I have running right now, because I noticed that the tank performs better in terms of flavor when you put it on a single coil. I haven't really explored the dual coil option, mainly because I find it difficult to fill because of the little fill hole that we need to put in, and I'm going to show you that. You're going to notice this is a huge deviation from my normal videos with all the editing and shit. Miko was kind enough to lend me his whole rig.
Marco's a bit of a deer in headlights right now. So
yeah, it's exactly what it is, literally. And if you see the lighting on this thing, it's fucking amazing. So it was a bit difficult because I had to fill it right down there. I don't have a little thing to point, but it's right near the one of the posts. There's a little fill hole there that you got to pop a needle nose bottle in, and
it's by the negative terminal.
Yeah, yep. right down there.
Too
small. It's a bit difficult, and that's, I guess, one of the things that's going to take getting some used to if you're new to using devices like this. Personally, I find it to be quite enjoyable in terms of flavor.
Yeah.
The airflow on it isn't quite as restrictive as on other gen tanks from the olden days of vaping, and this really lets you get down and blow some clouds on it. It's a fairly versatile device for those of you who are looking to both chase clouds and not have to worry about dripping every 2 or 3 puffs that you take. Give it a few toots and talk about it a bit more. Get a bit of Miko's input and see how his opinions compare to mine. It's not a competition, guys. You know, we're good buddies. It's more sharing ideas and shit.
I mean, he got me into reviewing in the first place.
And vaping in general, but it was pretty funny. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a few hits and see how it goes. With this whole setup, I can actually hear myself vaping, and it's really fucking weird. It's very new. So I can hear the
microphone over here,
with the microphone here and the headset and all that shit. I can hear myself, all those inhales. Fairly decent in terms of vapor output. Paradigm has always been about the flavor, but with later inceptions of their products, they've actually been able to step up the game and cater to cloud chasers. I remember people were bitching about the Magma 22, the first stripper, their debut atomizer. They were bitching about it not being able to chuck clouds, and they came up with a vengeance as a response to that, and later on the Magma Reborn. You guys have seen the evolution of the products that Paradigm Modz has put out, and this is actually, I'd say, a huge deviation, because for the longest time I've been nagging Floor, I've been nagging Ali, put out a fucking tank, please. They know I vape on tanks almost exclusively, mainly because I don't like carrying my juice bottles around. You're gonna notice also I'm using the 510 drip tip on the tank. I'm not a fan of the wide bore. The wide bore, I had the wide bore somewhere sitting around here.
It's a little bit too big.
It's a bit too big, and it comes with a really...
It's a bitch, isn't it? I mean, I've tried it before. It's
huge.
It's just way too big, guys. Look at that.
It would be good if we built it on dual coils. I guess the main drawback is the fact that we didn't build it on dual coils. We have it on a single coil, so it's really designed for, my setup, the way I have it set up right now, and I believe Miko has his set up the same way, is we built it for flavor. I mean, look at that thing.
It's just too big.
You can see the fucking terminals through that thing.
It's an X-ray, really.
It's huge. Look at that shit. And it's not bad by any means. If you're built for a cloud chase setup, then by all means go ahead. You're gonna notice as well, or probably won't, but I'll try to show you. I have it set on the second largest air hole for single coil settings, mainly because I find that the bearing on the track on which the airflow control ring is sitting,
it doesn't get it nice and centered.
It doesn't get it nice and centered for the big one, but it sits perfectly for the center one, which is good because that's about my speed. I don't want it too loose because it compromises the flavor, and you know that when you're vaping on juices like these, premium, whether local or US made liquids, you want to get that tightness because you want that thump in the back of your throat. You want some throat hit. Everyone wants it tight nowadays, man. It's a really amazing setup that we came up with. It's not something we devised ourselves, but it's what works for us. Pretty interesting because the way we set it up coincidentally was exactly the same. Except I'm still a microcoil guy. I don't know if you guys can see it in the close-ups, but it is a microcoil, a single coil micro that I have. Whereas Miko has his set on spaced coils. Yeah. We both run it on temperature.
Both have them on Dukes. I have the Magma Reborn anyway.
We were thinking of putting it on a Q class, but it doesn't quite look as good as it does on this thing. Yeah. Pretty much how it goes. I'm gonna give it a shot on the wide bore and see how that works.
It changes, yeah.
That looseness of the draw is definitely there, and
it's killing the flavor.
It's killing the flavor a bit. It's just not my speed. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. In fact, it's a good addition because it's an all-in-one package. You know when you get it out of the box and set the mod aside for a bit and show them what's in the box. When you get it out of the box, you got a needle nose bottle. It comes with spares. It even has a center post on it if you have a look. Yeah, I'm looking away from the camera. Trying to focus the goddamn thing. It comes with a center post for it and a whole bunch of screw heads for the terminals themselves. O-rings, because this thing has O-rings up the wazoo. It's got a shit ton of O-rings, and they were kind enough to include a spare glass. Tank is more for those vapors who enjoy the convenience of going on smoke breaks. Most of us who do vape have jobs, and we can't be vaping the whole time. So when you go on a smoke break, you don't want to have to lug a chunky bottle with you everywhere you go. I don't, for one. The convenience on it is only sullied by the fact that Genesis tanks inherently cannot be laid on their sides. It will leak. See, the internals, normally it comes with this with a post blocker for the other side so that you don't have it leaking out of the other channels. The only reason I took mine out is, well, it's less restrictive in terms of the airflow, plus the fact that I can just use the wick holes, the dedicated wick holes, for actual filling, since I do have a bit of difficulty using the main fill hole. So that's part of the reason why I have it on single coil, but mainly because I just enjoy the flavor that it puts out, because that's become sort of a trademark for Paradigm products. The flavor on it is just fucking insane. It's one of the few local brands that really hits the spot in terms of flavor output. Fortunately, they never lost sight of that. A lot of companies now are pretty hit or miss. You know, they've been around for a while, but it's hit or miss when it comes to their new products. Performance-wise, it's really just all there, and I was very impressed by it. I love the minimalist design on it. You know, nothing really fancy. The whole minimalist design just looks absolutely smashing on newer mods like the Duke or the Q class or Miko's Duke. Right there. See? Fucking amazing. See?
I think in other countries they sell it for $90. So $90, man, that's about what, 3,500?
Not only.
Or more, almost 4,000 pesos.
Yeah.
And they were going, why would I get that if I could get the avocado at the quarter of a price? I guess with this one, a lot of people were thinking it's pretty hard to use compared to the avocado. You're not going to get flavor this good on the avocado, not on the Limitless.
Not by a long shot.
Exactly.
Not by a long shot.
Literally, the flavor is quite amazing on this. And somebody did comment on my page, or the video that I did on this, and he said there's nothing special, it's just more expensive, and it's even harder to build on. But they're not going to be able to taste, I guess, the flavor that we're tasting on this.
Exactly. Little nuances.
They see the clouds and they go, that's not a cloud chaser. Yeah, we know that it's not an amazing cloud chaser.
Yeah, but because we don't have it built for a cloud chase setup. Exactly. I've seen somebody rocking it on 0.70 wires and on a mech mod. It was just chucking it like crazy.
Because I did the initial video and I said you can't cloud chase on this, but I guess I was kind of proven wrong when I've seen some people cloud chase on this pretty well. So it's a pretty versatile tank in that sort of sense, but I think it still can't cloud chase as much as an Avocado 24. It's flavor. That's what Paradigm does the best.
They're king of the hill for
the
flavor.
Original Magma flavor. Magma Reborn, I still use this for flavor. This is my flavor build, and you've seen me use Dukes in my videos, and I always use a Magma Reborn because it's a simple flavor build, really.
It's what it was made for. Its very existence is defined by the flavor it puts out. This is really designed for the flavor chasers out there, for those who are willing to sit down and work perhaps with a temperature control mod and really build it.
Definitely a temperature control mod.
Definitely. It's the only way to go right now. Nowadays, everything is temperature control, though. Even the cheapo ones are.
Yeah, that's the problem, but a lot of people don't know how to use temperature control properly. I mean, it took us both a while to learn how to use it, so it's a learning curve, and a lot of people are just going, I just want wattage, but they don't know what kind of flavors you're getting with temperature control, and you're not getting burnt cotton either.
True. And, with a flavor device like this, you want to get the absolute best flavor output that you can.
Consistent flavor. Consistent. Without having to estimate how long you're going to press it for.
Exactly.
Well, we're not just cloud chasing. Vaping's not all about cloud chasing. You have to experience what different flavors can be brought with temperature control. I mean...
Exactly. Especially on a device that was made for flavor. Exactly. Evidently made for flavor.
And that's probably the reason why I said it wasn't made for everyone. Because, you see, we had to use the best of the best to bring out the best in this tank.
Yeah.
If you're a new vapor, get yourself an avocado. Everybody raves about it. I rave about it. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But if you want, flavor that's better than anything, any other tank you've tried that's available in the market. Let me repeat, available in the market. I'm sure there's a lot that came out before. The K-Front's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the one that's available in the Philippine market now, man, flavor's just amazing. You gotta have the best of the best to get it running at its best. Like I said, it's not made for everyone. And a lot of people are going, why would I want to buy that? I could just get something easier to use. But then, you have to have some variety with your devices. Like, if you can only afford one, then, we understand. But if you want to really get into vaping, don't stick to the same setups every time.
Yeah.
And the Magma is different. It's not easy to use, but it has amazing potential with flavor and everything. Like, it's great on a well-planned setup.
Yeah.
You've really got to learn how to mix and match what you've got. You've got to learn how to read up. You don't just go to a shop and tell them to build you a coil, because all they know is what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
You have
to find your own niche. You have to find your own niche. The build that works. Like, I can't really show you what's under Miko's tank, because I think he popped the juice out and he's cleaning it. But he built his coils spaced, and that's probably one difference you're going to notice between the two of us. We have it set up pretty much the same way, except he has spaced coils, I have micros. Main reason being because on days when I forget to charge my married bats, I end up taking out a mech mod and popping my atomizer on it. And since I'm using stainless steel wire, I can do that. He's using the same, but all of his devices are regulated, at least the ones he uses now. So it's really about finding what setup really works for you. And I know this has gone from being a discussion about the Magma to vaping in general, but I think it's something that we need to touch on, since
stop getting your coils built.
Yeah.
Just learn how to make your own coils.
Yeah, sit down.
Learn more about vaping.
Get a pack of fucking Stanleys like this one right here.
Exactly.
And sit down and fucking learn how to build your coils.
And that's when you could tell us that the Magma is actually something you can appreciate. Because some people have burnt me and said, like, oh, you're building up the Magma and giving it a niche purpose because you're friends with the maker. No,
of course not.
That's not how it is. Like, you really need to learn how to use a device, vaping setup properly to enjoy it.
In general,
if you're not going to learn how to do it, then buy an avocado. Like, you don't need. There's no learning curve on those things. It focuses pretty strongly on just
flavor chasing.
Flavor chasing.
Because that's what they're known for, and that's basically the gist of it.
Taste your juice, guys. Like, stop blowing out clouds. Like, you don't need to blow clouds every time.
I don't even know if people can hold their juice in anymore.
No,
it's like when they take a hit, it's like the first thing that pops into their head is, I got to get this thing out.
Yeah.
And there's got to be a reason for that. Either
hold the juice, enjoy it, taste it.
You paid for that shit. I guess I evolved past that, particularly after using the Paradigm devices, because the flavor that it puts out will just make you want to enjoy the flavor, and fuck it with the clouds. You're gonna get the clouds anyway. Yeah. Either way, it's still thicker than what you were blowing out with cigarettes, for God's sake. I mean, come on. How big of a cloud do you need? If you need to erase a whole fucking smoking area, then there's something wrong with you. That's about it. This has been a very interesting video, because it's the first time we've actually shot at his place with the complete rig. We used to do it at my place, and we have the whole rig going. It's really amazing hearing myself talk, and I realize how fucking annoying my voice is. But we're probably gonna do this more often.
Yep,
we're gonna be doing this more often. I guess I'm gonna be gravitating more towards a vape vlog, whereas if you guys want to check out the reviews and shit on the latest products available in the Philippine market, then you're going to want to go and head on over to Miko's channel. Again, it's Quick Ape Vape Review. So
it's Quick Ape for a reason. Like, I do videos really quickly. I do 21-minute videos in 7 minutes. So that's my niche, and you're going to be doing I guess
more on
vlogs,
talk throughs, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, that's about it for now. So I'm gonna leave you with that. A whole lot of that. It's a very long discussion.
And if you like it, share, subscribe, and keep chasing that perfect cloud.
But again, thanks to you all. I haven't been doing videos much, but I do thank every single one of you who's still been sending me messages, commenting on the videos, ancient videos, by the way, really old ones. But thanks to all of you, and I hope you give Miko the same support. He's an amazing guy, solid guy. So that's about it, and it might be one of my last few videos for now, at least. I'm just tied up. But anyway, thank you all again, and keep on vaping hard, guys. Vape safe and responsibly and all that shit. But cheers. Catch y'all soon.
See ya.